Alley for the real. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell button. Grow with me, I grow with you. We grow together. Let's get into it. The GOAT conversation. Is Mick Holmes threatening Brady title right now as far as the GOAT conversation go? And when we get into this conversation, of course, I'm not talking about if he wins it this year, he's taking the title. That's stupid. But at the same time, in a short 6-year career, having 3 rings, 2 MVPs, and the stellar numbers that he got right now, I definitely think he'll be threatening the title. Now, me personally, I would want to see more because any football fan can agree with me that Brady dominated 3 eras. And what I mean by eras is like a 4 or 5 year window. Like Brady has seen players come, go, come, go, come, go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already know what he was doing as an old man. And I want to put it out there, he 2-0 against Pat in the playoffs. Even though Pat was young at the time. His first year starting, and of course that was like his 3rd year. So, but you got to put that in there. If we was able to see Mike and LeBron go at it for a title, we would definitely count that as far as that GOAT conversation go. We finna get into this. First thing first, Chris Buzar and Nick Wright, see what they got to say. And we'll come back, chop it up, and do what we do. Let's get into it.
That's Weird and Wonderful from the National Pastimes. Mahomes asked about the team of the century, the mighty New England Patriots. Take a listen.
Yeah, I mean, we still got a long ways to go. I mean, they did it for 20 years. All we can do is take it year in, year out, week in, week out, and every single day. I mean, it's something that that's the long goal, is to win that many championships and bring those titles to this organization. But all we can do is focus on the Ravens this week, and that's what we're trying to do.
Drew, I believe your rankings are Brady 1, Montana 2, Mahomes 3, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Brock Purdy sneaking.
Brock Purdy.
Let me stop him right there. You know what I'm saying? Pat Stella, if you're looking at the first 6 years of a player's career, then I would say he's definitely in that argument, probably the best ever for the first 6 years. But to say that he 3rd on the list as of right now, without even getting that 3rd ring, like, that's just shitting on the legends to me. You know what I'm saying? My top 5 personally is Brady, Montana, Johnny Unitas, Elway, and Marino. Even though Marino didn't win one, like, you can't argue with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Set the all-time record for touchdowns. Was in a league of his own, you know what I'm saying, before his time as far as pass and go, efficiency and everything like that. Like, that's why I'm putting Dan Marino in my top 5. But if I was looking at just straight rings, then I would put Manny up there. It's for the 5th spot, it's Manny or Marino to me. You know what I'm saying? Because Peyton Manning, the only player to throw for 50 touchdowns or better twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a hell of a title. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, his numbers were superb. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks I ever seen throw the ball, even more accurate than Brady. So matter of fact, I'm going to switch Marino with Manning. I'm going to put Manning in the top 5. So what I say? Brady, Manning, Elway. Now I say Brady. I say Montana, Elway. I'm going to put Manny in there and Johnny Unitas. That's how I'm going to lay out my top 5. But as far as Pat breaking in that top 5 without this 3rd ring, nah. I said this: if he wins it with the difficulty that he got to go through as far as the playoff go, then I'll put him in there because he facing a hell of a defense. Might be historical as far as scoring defense. They only allowing 16.6 points a game. So, you know.
Let's see what happens this weekend. What would a win mean for Mahomes' legacy this weekend?
Well, like I said yesterday, I think it would add a mystique to him that is like would put fear in the hearts of some opponents. Like if they this year when they weren't that good, the Ravens looked like a juggernaut. Lamar had a better regular season and is about to win MVP, and he beats them. And it's just gonna be like, how in the world are you ever gonna beat this guy? Because next year I would think the Chiefs are gonna be better, right, than they are this year. As far as my all-time rankings, just beating Lamar this weekend would not make me move him ahead of Montana. I would keep him third. But if he wins the Super Bowl, and if he wins the Super Bowl, then he'd have 3 Super Bowls. Montana's got 4. He's got the 2 MVPs. Both have 2 MVPs, and he's just better than Montana. Like right now, Montana was obviously awesome, and the accomplishments tremendous. 4-0 in the Super Bowls, and was great in those Super Bowl runs, or in most of them. But I think Mahomes is just a better quarterback, and if he gets the hardware, he's got 3 Super Bowls now. I'll put him ahead of Montana. Number 2 all time.
Yeah, I would have him ahead of Montana, and I will also add that I would end up saying, and this is hard for me, Nick, you were right.
Wow.
About everything.
Yeah, thanks.
Why would we question Patrick Mahomes?
Everything regarding
why
the
would
Chiefs.
we ever doubt can he win, regardless of who and what personnel that he has carrying with him? Like this, let's be real. Like this is and I hate to do this because these guys they're professional and they have all gotten better. But what Mahomes has done, no one thought he was going to be able to do this with the way they looked in the regular season. And so and I've said this earlier, this will be the best accomplishment that he's had in his career.
I would say
with that,
as far as that, I would say obviously the Super Bowls, I think. But outside of the Super Bowl wins and the 50 touchdown year, his first year starting, I think this would be his great. Like outside of MVPs and the 50 touchdowns, this would be his greatest.
That's almost every year.
Now, that's another thing too. Like compared to when Montana played, like the type of defense that they could play, as far as hand checking and so on and so forth, like the numbers are basically inflated now with these quarterbacks. Even Brady, you know what I'm saying? The numbers are inflated. You know what I'm saying? Like it was hard-nosed defense, don't throw it across the middle and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know what Montana or even Dan Marino or any of those people numbers would be, you know what I'm saying, right now, if they had the same type of rules making the defense soft the way they done made it soft now. You know what I'm saying? So I want to put that in there. You know what I'm saying? The numbers are inflated. It's a different game. Like the defense can't do half of the shit that they used to do back then. So I think anybody that know football, that been watching football for a long time, agree with me on that.
He's
got the 2 MVPs. He hadn't thrown 50.
So here's where I'll come out on it. Because I already think he's better than Montana. Because as Brew's right. Montana has 4 Super Bowls, but as Brew talked about in the Purdy thing, those first 2 Super Bowls, he wasn't Joe Montana yet. Mm-hmm. He was great. Joe Montana was excellent in every Super Bowl. Right. Was downright bad in both of those NFC title games before, and great. One was a shutout by his defense, and then was amazing in the Super Bowl. So the question is, can he catch Brady? And that is a hard question to answer because of Brady's career being done. But the Olympics are coming up. We all watch the Olympics, I would assume. And when you're watching long races, what you see is the world record pace. And it's like, are they on pace or are they behind? So let's just say he wins this weekend and compare his first 6 years to Brady's this first.
This is what I'm saying, man, as far as this first 6-year shit go. Like, bro, you can't compare a whole career to 6 years, big bro. I can understand if he won a Super Bowl 5 out of those 6 years, then we got a conversation. But to compare a whole career to 6 years, like, that's ridiculous talk to me, bro. That's ridiculous talk to me, bro. Let's look at the numbers. Mick Holmes, 14-3. Brady, 18-8 as far as win, losses in playoffs in the first 6 years. 2 Super Bowl wins, 3. Brady, Super Bowl, what that is? Super Bowl appearances. Brady been to 5. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I ain't even gonna speak on that. But like, just comparing his first 6 years, because, you know, though it's not likely at all, man, Mick Holmes might fall off. Like, Mick Holmes might get injured. Like, I mean, come on, brother. To put him, that's why this second all-time shit, he better than Montana. Like, we forgetting what the fuck Manning was. Let's keep it real, bro. Manning threw 50 touchdowns, but that was 06. Then turned around and threw 55 more touchdowns in 13. Like, he had the best offense in history. The Broncos. Let's keep it real. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let's get out of here, man, with all this here, man. For real, man. For real. Then Johnny Unitas, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people was playing hard-nosed defense. You know what I'm saying? When you can get clothes hanged and all this shit right here, like, come on, man. Numbers are inflated. Now, Mick Holmes, he's definitely in the top 10 to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this run right here puts him in the top 10. You know, could be 6, could be 7, depending on how you look at Brett Favre. But to say that he done bypassed Montana, like, Montana dominated the whole decade, which right now Mick Holmes is on pace to dominate the 20s. What we in 24? This would be his second Super Bowl in the 20s. He's on pace to dominate the whole decade. But if he loses, then what? See what I'm saying? Like, and he don't even go no more, then what? That's what I'm saying. Like, this, he just automatically got the number 2 in 6 years. Like, you tarnishing the careers of legends, to me.
13 years. So that's Brady's first 13. That's Mahomes' first 6 with just a win this weekend. If you then also get a win in the Super Bowl, and if they win this weekend, well, you know what? I don't know if they'll be favored in the Super Bowl or not. They're probably better as underdogs. But regardless, he then would have a lot of time to play with, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
I don't think he would. I don't think he'd have a drought like Brady had as far as Super Bowls.
I would. Well, I mean,
10 years?
I mean, it's really, you know,
You
Brady.
think he could go 10 years without getting to a Super Bowl?
No. I think it'd be very unlikely.
No way.
And so, that's also because here's the thing: the difference between Brady and Mahomes, or Montana and Mahomes, is Mahomes from the day he started was amazing.
Right.
Brady was not amazing until 6 years in. He was clutch. He had amazing moments. Was not amazing until 6 years in. Montana, 4 years in. So it was amazing. Mahomes won his MVP.
That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie, man. 2004 Brady, 2005 Brady, like, he wasn't Mick Holmes-ish, as y'all would say, but that's a damn lie. Like, Brady was a all pro. I think he was an all pro in like 04 and 05. Like, that's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. I could be wrong, but I think he did. I think he was an all pro either 04 or 05. It's one of them.
His first year as a starter.
And as you pointed out, and this is why I would move him ahead of Montana if he gets the 3rd Super Bowl. This like the only guy you can say really doesn't have bad playoff games.
Correct. Right.
Like everybody else you can say has had some bad playoff, and he never does.
And a lot of those guys won Super Bowls years they had 1 or 2 or 3 bad playoff games. Defense bailed them out. Maybe that's what happened Sunday. Talking about.
I just wanted to go over a few numbers. You know, that was a faster conversation than I thought it was going to be, but I just want to go over a few numbers. Like I say, when you're looking at and matching up greatness, you got to look at head-to-head matches. And when it counted, Brady was 2-0 as an old man. I think he was like 38, then like 41 when they both seen each other. You know what I'm saying? So Brady's got that head-to-head matchups. Now, as far as Mahomes' career numbers so far, he's 300 in passing yards per game, 300.7. Brady is 265 in his career passing yards per game. Obviously, Brady had a way longer stretch than Mahomes. And that's the thing about it. Like, is Mahomes going to be this spectacular from here on out? He might slow down. Who knows? He done slowed down this year, to be totally honest with you. I don't even think Mahomes had 30 touchdown passes this year. I'll be surprised if he had 30 touchdown passes this year. I really got to look it up. I'll be surprised if Mahomes has 30 touchdown passes this year. To be totally honest with you. I'll be surprised. I would be surprised. Let's see. What was his stats? I'm looking up to see if he had 30 touchdown passes this year. That's what I'm saying. He done slowed down already. Obviously, he ain't got the targets that he used to have, but this is what I'm saying. Like, it ain't like he threw for 50 touchdown passes this year, even 40 touchdown passes. Like, he was mere mortar. He's not being an all-pro this year. Well, he's not an all-pro this year. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Lamar is. He's not in the conversation for MVP. You know what I'm saying? So this was a down-slated year, and has he basically head off as far as his growth go, as far as his ceiling, which I don't think so. I think he'll have another season where he throw for 40 or 50 touchdown passes or whatever, whatnot. But he might only have 1 or 2 more seasons like that. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So let me get into it. Passing yards per game, right now Mahomes has 300 per game. That's number 1 in the NFL. But like I say, in his first 6 years, compared to these other dudes that have played a decade and a half, 2 decades. TDs per year, 30. Brady got 28 TDs per year average. Playoff stats. He passed for 13,049 yards. That's Mahomes. 86 TDs, 39 interceptions. Now, no, I'm tripping. That's Brady stats. 13,049 yards. 86 TDs, 39 interceptions. Mahomes got 3,381 yards, 28 TDs, 7 interceptions. That's their playoff stats. Career stats. Brady got 89,214 yards, 649 touchdowns, and 3 MVPs, 07, 10, and 17. Mahomes has 28,424 passing yards and 219 touchdowns. Let me say it again. Mahomes has 28,424 passing yards and 219 touchdown passes so far in his career, his young career. Obviously, he's going to get way more than that. But I'm just breaking down some of the stats for y'all, so you can kind of picture, where I'm coming from. But like I say, if he wins his 3rd ring, then I think you can start talking about the threat that he is to Brady's throne. And I think it's a legit conversation. Do I think he's better than Montana if he wins his 3rd one? I mean, the game's softer. Defenses can't do what they used to do. And that's the thing about Nick. Nick, to me, is not a real historian of the game. Obviously he knows the game today and how these players play today. But to me, a real historian of the game, he takes into account how soft the defenses is, you know. So let me know what y'all think, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's grow together. You know, let me know where I can get better at on this channel. You know, I might do, just more than reactions. And I'm just really just getting started trying to feel myself. So y'all bear with me. Peace.